Hey guys, it's the day after Warwick. I hope they better get it out there, man. There's a whole bunch of videos out there that Parker and other people took, and they just need to edit it. Rick, Six Screens of Watchtower needs to get it out. We're asking he for him to get those videos out on YouTube as well. But it's going to take a little bit of time. And I when I spoke to the mayor, the county supervisor, I didn't want to record them, and I didn't want to record my conversations when I was out in field service. Um, but if you really want to see footage, if you really want to see live action, try this at your hometown. Trust me, man, it's better than any YouTube video you ever see. Do it yourself, and man, you'll feel good about yourself. You really will. And it's isn't it better? Like it's kind of like what Jesus says, you go to your room and you do it privately. I understand we need to do it publicly sometimes because we have to get the word out, and there's work that needs to be done. I understand that, but the greatest moments that I had in Warwick is when my phone was in my pocket. It really was, except the Zeb moment in the Kingdom Hall. That was pretty top notch. Yeah, that was pretty good. And then when you saw what Amy Kay and the One Bun did, oh my God, man, that was beautiful. And see, it's like I guess what like King Solomon said, right? There's a time and a place for everything. There's a time and a place to put up the videos, and there's a time to just do it privately. And we know there's a lot of you doing work. You guys are never going to get credit for it. You guys are never going to put it up, but we know you're out there doing it. And man, we're grateful. We're very grateful because one of the things I learned, in this weekend is that there is no organization, there is no structure, there's a lack of it, and that is a good thing. You see, the lack of organization that I saw was actually what made it so beautiful, because there was some organization, but really, when Joel took everybody to Warwick, then what? I don't know. He just figured it out as he went along, and that was beautiful. It worked. Same thing with Zeb. Zeb showed up. The camera crew said, "What are we going to do?" I'm like, "I don't know. Let's just get to work." And Zeb just got to work. And when we were at the pre protest at the pond, we had to give our speeches. Remember this keynote address and everything. But really, I didn't prepare. Nobody really prepared. Nobody prepared to give a speech, but we had to, right, to give a little pep talk before we went out. And it was that was why it was so beautiful, because nobody really went prepared. They just went. They spoke what came out of their heart, and that's why it was so touching. And then I only had about 3-4 minutes to collect my thoughts, and then I went up and I gave a speech. Also, the police were there. There was 3 police officers. They weren't park rangers. Police officers there, keeping an eye out on us. And then nobody told Spike, myself, and Neil the Great Apostate to go out there and talk to them. We had a great time. It was a beautiful meeting. 3 cops and us, and we just did what we had to do. And the nice thing about the cops, the police, is that today, tomorrow, all this week, when they're out drinking and eating at restaurants, the police are going to be talking about this, and they're going to realize, they're going to say, yeah, those Jehovah's Witnesses are a bunch of pricks. Yeah, they always call the police, but they never pay taxes. They don't pay property taxes, but they want all the services of the police work. So it's clear. Man, they know how to dial 911, but they'll never call the police on child molesters. That was so beautiful, and I'm so glad they called the police everywhere we went. Now, another thing I learned is when we went to the headquarters, Parker, 2 hours before, the water sprinklers were on a drizzly day, and then we were there for an hour and a half. So about 3.5, 4 hours, the water sprinklers were on, and it was throwing it out on the entrance. So if you were to walk up to the gates, you would get hit with water. I mean, these guys are petty people. And we're glad we took footage. Do I regret anything? Yeah, I regret flipping off the guards. I'm sorry. I regret that. I really do. But it was cold, the water was cold, and throwing the water on me. It was cold. I didn't have a windbreaker, you know. But yeah, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have flipped him off. But that's all right. But Parker walked up there. Within seconds of Parker reaching the gate, an unmarked SUV with a police SUV show up. They called 911. They called the police on Parker. Parker got his invitation revoked because the governing body doesn't want to talk to him. Parker left. He didn't get arrested. But man, they had the police there. But who pays the police salaries? Not Watchtower. Watchtower gives zero money to the police. Zero money in property taxes and income taxes and so forth. The police should ignore the calls just for that reason alone. It's pretty sad. But the reason I tell you that story is because somebody went up to me and he was wanting to go with Parker. And I grabbed him and says, no, you're not going to go with Parker. Because this is the lesson you need to learn. That Parker doesn't need anybody's permission to do what he did. He just did it. Joe didn't need anybody's permission to do what they did. We just did it. We all just knew instinctively what needed to be done. And we just went out and did it. And that's the beautiful thing. And this is the message that needs to get across to you Jehovah's Witnesses, ex-Jehovah's Witnesses, is that you know what needs to be done. Just go out and do it. You know, now you don't have to, just do it. You know. You instinctively inside know what needs to be done. Use your imagination and get it done. And that's the best message I can give you. You know, when I say, you know, JW crisis, the Jehovah's Witness elder you wish you had when you're going to the Kingdom Hall. If you were there and you would have met Spike R, you really would have said, man, I wish I was going, if I had to go to the Kingdom Hall, I wish I was around people like Spike R, that great of an individual. You wish you were in the same Kingdom Hall as Neil when you were growing up. You wouldn't probably have as many problems. You know, and that, wow, what a blessing to have grown up with Joel and Parker, you know, and Zeb and other people. I mean, if you were in the hall with these guys, I mean, you probably wouldn't have as many problems as you do. You'd probably be watching video. You'd be on to bigger and better things. But that's what it means, you know. All these people that you saw, men and women that were there, you really wish you were part, when you were going to the meetings, that you were surrounded with people like them. Because they were salt of the earth. They were great people. They were very, very great people. You know, and that brings me to my other point is that, do you remember when in Raiders of the Lost Ark when he finds the knight and then the Holy Grail, and then he tells him, well, which one do I pick? He goes, well, you got to pick one, but you got to choose wisely. And so the guy picks and dies, and he goes, well, he chose poorly. And then Harrison Ford picks, and he chose wisely. So when I was out there, I thought, wow, Watchtower chose poorly. When you look at YouTube videos and you think of all the people that are making YouTube videos, young and old, Watchtower would rather have those people in headquarters at the Kingdom Hall that you see on Zeb's videos than the people that you see on YouTube. And you think they chose poorly. They chose poorly. The people who really love their neighbors are outside. Now, sometimes we get a little bit, you know, colorful in our behavior, like, you know, flipping people off or stuff like that, you know. And I regret that. I regret flipping off the guard. But I mean, oh, and come on, man, the water was cold. But I know it's no excuse. I shouldn't have flipped them off. But I mean, come on. I mean, I know. There's no excuse. So next time Watchtower throws water on me, I guess I'll just turn the other cheek. Well, speaking of that, next time, will I go next time? Not to Warwick, because I'll let the people from New England go to Warwick. I'll go to West Palm Beach and maybe go drink with the Son of Thunder. I'll definitely go to San Antonio. Definitely go to San Diego, on the West Coast. Yeah, you know, why would I want to go back to the same place? Like a JDub, you know, every year you go back to the same convention. I'll let the people here take care of their convention. I'll go somewhere else, and maybe you can come to Warwick next time, you know, and then maybe we can do. Maybe when that happens, I'll be on the south side in Florida. But yeah, that's just what I wanted to say. I wanted to talk about how great those men were, and how they touched my lives. And it's just great to see men and women opening up their doors, answering emails, picking up phones, and helping out those, that are in need. I mean, we got a call at the 6 screens, and she was like trying to praise me. She's like, "Hey Gilbert, I was like, no, 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 no. When I was in prison, when when did you visit me? When I was hungry, when did you feed me? No, no, no. There was tens of thousands of people, millions of people before us that have been doing what we're doing, you know, and now that you've learned that, now you jump on this bandwagon, and you're going to be part of our group, the group that helps and supports the victims of the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society. So those are some of the things I learned, some of the highlights. I hope everybody gets them out so you can see them. But if you really, really want to see a good video, or a good experience of apostasy work, get out there and do it yourself. You'll love it, man. You'll love it. It feels really good. Think about it. Like SpongeBob says, use your imagination. Use your imagination, and you'll be really proud of yourself. And those seeds will sprout, and people will talk to you, and you'll be very motivated to do it over and over and over again. Because it is a work. It is a work worth getting into. So, hey, that's all, man. I think I'm gonna go get another cup of coffee, heat it up. Thanks everybody for your support, and can't wait till those guys finish editing and getting them videos out. All right, talk to you soon.